It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Tennessee Titans and the New Orleans Saints, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006. We welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The veteran Nick Folk about ready to get this show started. And off we go from the Superdome. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And their quarterback is the all-time leading passer for the Raiders, Derek Carr, the veteran.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing at the start. Here's Carr. This one is caught by Jawan Johnson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr working out of the gun. They're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a toss to the right for Kamara. And not much there. Down to about the 13. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line. 2nd down and 8. In motion is Hill. It's a give now to Kamara. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Carr. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints will take a 3-0 lead. 3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the veteran from Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
The thing that has always really stood out and impressed me the most about this guy, Mike, is how steady and reliable he is anytime he's called upon. You know exactly what you're getting anytime he's under center. Maybe not the biggest arm in the world, but I'll tell you what, he gives you just enough to work with, and he is capable of getting the job done.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Rudolph going to throw right away. Pass complete. He's got Calvin Ridley. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run it with Tony Pollard. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. To throw is Rudolph. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
Rudolph looking to throw. That caught Tony Pollard. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. First down for Tennessee.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Rudolph. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. Here's 2nd and 6. The motion man is Boyd. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Back to throw is Rudolph. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and Tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans will tie the game at 3 apiece. Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. On the return, here's Mims. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Nice combination of vision, patience, and speed by the running back here. The vision to see the hole, the patience to let the blocks unfold, and then the speed to hit it and pick up a nice gain.
1st and 10. In motion is Hill. They'll go play action with Carr. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Saints first down.
And with the defenders biting on that hard play action, the tight end knows he's going to be open once he crosses that linebacker. All his quarterback has to do is get his hips turned around and deliver the ball on target, and it's an easy first down.
On 1st down, Carr. Brought in by Chris Olave. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. So a field goal apiece here in that first quarter. All even, 3 apiece the score. More from New Orleans after this. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Carr. Shaheed with the catch. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
On 1st and 10, Carr.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. That's to the right side and incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Olave. And the The Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
They'll run here with Kamara. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He gets it to go. Saints take a 10-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Past midfield. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
And that's a heck of a return right there. I mean, he's going to bounce his way towards the left sideline. Just a ton of space over there to run, and they finally get him out of bounds. But not until he nearly managed to turn the corner and almost take it all the way.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
You got to find a happy medium as a quarterback between knowing when to extend the play and just knowing when to go down. In this case, the defensive tackle gets there in a hurry. He puts an end to this play before it even gets started.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more.
I can appreciate the idea of keeping the play alive, right? Giving as much time as possible to your targets to uncover downfield. But you also have to play to your strengths. You got to know the type of player that you are. In this case, doesn't have quite enough speed to get away, and probably should have just thrown it away.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Rudolph. Now a deep ball here for Ridley. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. the gun. Here's a give to Kamara. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 17-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Here's Carr. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it third and 4.
Here's a third down and 4. Now, Carr, and that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
The Saints will punt this one away. Jaquan Jackson is back deep for Tennessee. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing, Rudolph. That is caught by the man wearing 0, Calvin Ridley. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock, catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Saints offense going to take over just before the half. They'll start out first down and 10. Shaheed in motion. Carr now to throw on first down. Left side into the hands of Olave.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2. And this time they'll just keep it on the ground. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. So we have reached halftime. These two teams separated by a touchdown. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to take over once again. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
He's got his tight end. That's a Conquo. 25 yards, the pickup there. That's good for a Titan first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the...
This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to the air one more time. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Saints offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now Kamara. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Carr working out of the gun. To the left side and pulled in. Valdez-Scantling. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Carr. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The motion man is Boyd. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. In motion is Hill. On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Carr now on second down. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On the ground, it's Kamara. He'll work forward for a couple. Quandre Diggs there on the tackle.
Quandre Diggs on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Play action now. It's Carr. That's deep for Olave. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Carr. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and taken. The Titans offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. That one complete. It's Tyler Boyd. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Titans.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. It's Boyd.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Titans 1st down.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They give to Pollard on the option. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They send Ridley in motion. To throw is Rudolph. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And that is incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
The Titans sending out their punter. Be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back is Carr. Open man is Valdez-Scantling. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Carr. He's got the connection there to Valdez-Scantling. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Valdez-Scantling on the move. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he's going to pick it up, take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They're going to go right back to Kamara. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. They'll drop to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. A first down on a gain of 11.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. A give up the middle with Kamara. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. In motion is Hill. He'll try and run for this with Kamara. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. First and goal coming up.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. So this one, a win for the Saints. Points were at a premium in this one, but they're able to eke out the victory in this low-scoring affair. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.